Tuma, you won't get there.
You're dead right. We've got the green light. Paewai Mullins is the sponsor of this event. Shearers to the board. These wool handlers will be handling 4 competition fleeces. Timekeepers ready. Shearers, get set, go.
Okay, the first fleece will come out, ladies and gentlemen. At the top of that belly is a little discoloured wool called a belly frib. It is of no value to the end user. In actual fact, it's a waste of time. The wool handler removes that from the rest of the belly and puts it in a container on the side of the stage. You'll see there are several containers, and the green one is where we're going to put the nice, bright fleece wool. The aim of it, ladies and gentlemen, is to have the table clean where you're working with the shearer. Keep it classy, tidy. The fertilizer works as obviously the bum area. Well, there's a little bit of discoloration, urine stain, mimi stain, however you like to call it. That's another one that's discounted as well. We go to the top notch. There is a basket there for cheek wool, top notch. And if you're like Tuma and I, we don't have any top notches, we're balls. He doesn't know that. And then we get down to the last side, and this is very critical. It is vital. It is of utmost importance that you pick up that fleece, land it on this table as flat as you can, and then you will see some work going on. There's a little bit of discoloration around the sides of the fleeces. They have to remove that. Every bit of this fleece has a value. We're throwing Lani Morell's had a good one. Karen Herbert's got a little bit bunched up. I would think we're going to table number 2 to Mullins. How do you call it?
Well, Karen Herbert has to have the throw of the day for me so far. Karen Herbert top qualified out of the open heats by about 20 points. She's making a statement. She's putting her foot down. This is mine. Try and take it from me. Back to the board, one of these wool handlers, the belly wool's out the back. We need to skirt that. There's 2 lines of wool there, the frib and the belly. Then the wool handlers need to rush around the other side so the fertilizer works. Get all that short discoloured wool out, and that goes into a different container as well. The top knot needs to come off. That's got a modulated fibre in it. The top knot in the cheek wool, which means that it does not accept coloured dye. If you have any of that kind of wool fibre in a black carpet, you'll end up with little white bits all through it. So that's the importance of pulling that wool fold out. But Karen Herbert, she's right up on the game, right there with her shearer. Roll up time, Lani Morell snuck in front, kuro.
Lani Morell's going very well, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie Goss is starting to gain her straps, but the sheep is coming down. The next fleece is going to be right on their doorstep. You'll see the wool handlers just picking the sides of the fleece. It's discoloured. If they overpick it, they will be penalised out the back. And when we put a value on it, in the wool pack, ladies and gentlemen, in those fadges there, that wool is worth about $4. The discoloured stuff on the side is $2, so that's what they're doing. They're adding value to the farmer's wool clip. Karen Herbert's got the best one at the moment. Tuma Mullins. Joel Hennard is not too bad. A little bit of bunching up. Lani's got a bit hanging over the side. I would think she's lost maybe 3 points on the side there, but Karen's on her game, isn't she?
She certainly is. She's got one side of her fleece skirted back to the shearer she runs. These wool handlers have got 4 competition fleeces. Once the shearer pulls the cord after the 4th sheep, they have 1 minute and 10 seconds to clean up around the board. After that, it becomes 1 point per second. So up to that 1 minute 10, I think it's 1 point for every 10 seconds. Then after that, 1 point per second. So time kills. But here go these wool handlers. They grab the cheek wool and back to the table they go. Karen Herbert, she is really into it. A lot of these wool handlers, when they're skirting, they overskirt. And a lot of times that can be from having too much wool pieces in your hand at one time, and you can't use your fingers. So you're actually using your whole hand, and you will overskirt the wool. So you junior novice wool handlers, you guys should be right here watching these open competitors, because these are the best of the best in the world koro.
These certainly are, Tuma Mullins. This is the girl that's really got the family behind her. She's got a daughter in the New Zealand Sevens at the moment, somewhere heading back to New Zealand to shear tomorrow night. Ronnie Goss, she's got a fleece. It's a challenge for Ronnie, but boy, she puts it on the table. Flat smack. Joel Hennare's got to be, they're all the same this time, Tuma Mullins. I reckon they're all the same. Well, Joel Hennare, but Karen Herbert in my books is probably about 10 seconds ahead of these other competitors at the moment, Tuma.
She certainly is. Kieran's right on her game. She said to me before she got up, she's going to keep it like that. She was talking about coming out of the Open into the quarterfinals. She wants to keep it the same. She wants to be right up above these other wool handlers. But these other wool handlers, you know, won't be sitting back on their laurels thinking about it, just letting her have her own way. These other wool handlers, they'll be trying to knock her off that perch, Koro.
We have our last fleece on the stage being shorn, ladies and gentlemen, and then you go into the time stakes. They have 1 minute and how many seconds, Tuma? 1 minute and 10. Only 1 minute and 10 seconds. They lose 1 point per 10 seconds up to the 1 minute and 10, and thereafter that they get crucified. It is 1 point per second. So you've got to be on your game in Lani Morrell, Ronnie Goss there. They've picked up Karen Herbert. They've actually passed her. Joel Hennard is getting a little bit behind at the moment. The fleeces are coming back at them. They're coming hard and fast. Tuma Mullins, Joel Hennard has got one. He's going to have to work a little bit harder. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. The clock has started right now. Keep an eye on it. 1 minute and 10 seconds and it's all over. Time is going to be a crucial factor, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie Goss has got a little beauty. Ronnie, this one must have been Father Christmas because that comes from the top of the Christmas tree. It's a beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Joel had a challenging fleece, but Tuma Mullins, he put it on the table, flat smack, beautiful. Make a little bit of noise for Joel Hennare because Ronnie Goss is already rolling up. Lani's coming back at her, Tuma. Look at this, it's over to you, Tuma.
Well, we got Lani Morrell, she's got her last fleece in the fadge. Come on, Karen Herbert, come on, Joel Hennare, because this young gun, Lani Morrell, brim in hand, looking at Ronnie Goss there. Any Ronnie Goss fans in the house, come on, make a bit of noise. These wool handlers need your support. Joel Hennare's got the broom. We know what kind of a master blaster he is with that broom. But at the moment, Ronnie Goss down there. Ronnie doesn't look too flustered. All these other ones are sort of bouncing around like maniacs, but Ronnie's just there using her cool, calm, collective ways. But she's just about ready to put her hand up. She has one last look around. Ronnie, are you happy? Yes, she is. Time for Ronnie Goss.
The clock is ticking by every time 1 point. 1 second goes, 1 point goes. Joel Hennare puts his hand up. Lani, you were in front there a little while. She's not finished yet, ladies. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. The Paewai Mullins sponsored World Qualifying Semi-Finals. So that's it, Tuma. It's over to the judging. Where's the wool go now? What happens to the wool?
We have another lot of judges out the back in what we call the dungeon. The judges out the back, they're the ones that they're a little bit nasty though. We're not allowed to leave them out the front here because they've been known to attack competitors and stuff, bite the bystanders and whatnot. So they go into the dungeon, they're chained up out the back. And what they do is they dissect all these little bins of wool. And if these wool handlers have left any wool faults in the main line or if they've got main line in their oddmans baskets, they will get penalised.
I suspect that once they find faults in the wool that's not meant to be there, they smile, they get a bit of a grin on their faces, wouldn't they? Horrible people. Hard work. Well, that's the first round, Tuma, and look at the points up there. I'm not too sure. That's how they landed on the board, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like Joel Hennare at this stage has got a good lead. We don't know what's happening with the job he's done. He's taken his wool away, and like Tuma said, they will dissect it. That means they'll go through every bit. 76 million fibres in a fleece. They'll go through every one of those. There's a little bit of wool here on the floor. I don't know who that belongs to. That's in no man's land. Let's bring on the next ones, Rick McLeod.
Yeah, thank you, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll moving straight into our second heat of the World semis. And I've lost. On table 1, we'll have Tino Rimini, Amy Ruki on 2, Pagan Rimini on table 3, Cherie Alabaster on table 4. Second heat of round 1. The second round of this event, ladies and gentlemen, will be Saturday afternoon.
Timekeepers are ready. Put the pressure on them, Tuma.
As I understand, these Woolhandlers will be back later on to compete with second shear. Have a second shear round.
So, ladies and gentlemen, while they're getting themselves organised, we'll introduce them because we do have a little bit of pressure coming on us. On table number 4, we have from Tai Happy. She's been right to the top of her game. She's been a team member, world team member. She went across to Wales a few years ago. Give her a good hand, ladies and gentlemen. The school teacher, the principal from Tai Hape, Cherie Alabaster. Table 3. The Rimini family. This is mum and 2 daughters. Pagan Rimini from Masterton. Give her a hand, you Masterton people. We come to the deep south, down there and where they roll their R's. She had a big win this last year. Amy Ruki from Invercargill. And here she is on table 1, the matriarch, Tina Rimini. Those are the lineups for the shearers. We'd like you to go just as quick as you did the last time. Wonderful shearing.
Timekeepers ready. Shearers, get set, go. Paewai Mullins Shearing Limited, sponsor of this event. Punga Mullins and team. Karen, Colin, Mark, Adia, Jason Henry, Deacon Henry, Chevy Bellamy.
Okay, the belly has been removed. I talked about the top bit at the top of the brisket. That's yellow. It's discoloured. It is of no value. If you leave that in the main line of the fleece wool, when the grab sample goes, the Chinaman has a look at buying New Zealand wool. If he finds a little bit of the yellow stuff, he goes, no, not good. He's no good. So the wool handlers have been poor. Here they take it out and they adding value to the fleece line. It's all about it. Every bit of that wool has some value. The main one we're after is putting that beautiful wool inside the wool pack, just taking off all that's needed to take off, and make sure that the main bulk of the fleece wool of the sheep ends up in the wool pack, because everything is got some value, and the fleece wool at the moment is probably worth. We better have a talk to Darren. He's our wool guy. He might know how much this wool is worth. What's it? I just asked him, I said $17, and he said, no, a little bit more. Throw here from Amy Ruki. Oh, pretty smart. I think the school teacher down there on table number 4's got a little bit of an edge on these other ones. Amy Rookie's had a nice throw to it, a little bit hanging over the side. Pagan just a bit over the top. It makes it so much easier to do that little bit of finger work. If it lands nice and neat on the table, anything hanging over the side, they lift their legs up and skirt with their legs. But the school teacher, Cherie Alabaster, she's got a nice fleece on the table. How's it looking there on table 1?
Tina Rimini, when she threw her fleece, the top left leg went off the top of the table, so there's a little bit of work there for her to do. But she's experienced enough. She's been a winner, a master. And she knows what it takes to qualify through for this team. We've got Amy Rookie down there on table number 2 from Invercargill. She's working away vigorously, fingers going flat out. Some of these wool handlers, they like to walk right around the whole table to skirt their fleece. Other wool handlers, they like to skirt one side and then pull the fleece from the other side over to them, save them walking right around. But roll-up time down here on tables 1 and 2. Cherie down there on table 4. She's already been there, done that, as is Pagan, because these wool handlers, they need to get stuck in because here comes another fleece.
Could it be the year of the young guns? Could it be the year of the wild card? Amy Rookie's a wild card. Pagan the Rumi's a wild card. She's been to the world champs before on table 1 and table 4. But at this stage, Pagan the Rumi has got it. A little bit of bunching up. Amy Rookie wasn't that flash that time. If you can see the points up there, ladies and gentlemen, they're penalising them accordingly. So they've got to be really neat on their throws. If you don't make a good throw, you get knocked around with the points. Oh, Tina Remene, she's focused up there, Tuma, focusing herself there, thinking her way through. Mental telepathy comes into it a lot. You can guide the wool if you're in sync with the Lord. I'm sure the Lord will look after you. Into the undermine the shearers go, into the undermine, up the neck they go. They're keeping the pressure on these wool handlers, Tuma Mullins. He's talking away there to somebody, so I'll just keep yakking. Cherie Alabaster, everything's in the right container. You got to make the right moves, but look at the points up there, ladies and gentlemen. You can see how it's unfolding. We won't say what the points are because we could put these competitors off, but it is all variation. You're starting to be able to judge this yourself. You'll be able to judge because every time they make a throw, if it's not nice and neat, that's how you can take points off. Here comes another fleece to Mullins. It's coming off now. Tina Remen is working away at the top of the fleece. She's got a monster of a fleece up there, Tuma.
She certainly has. Amy Rookie turns. She squeezes that fleece. Oh, not too bad. A little bit of bunching up the top. Tina has a look. Unloads. Booyah. I've just got a little message here. The St. Pat's school kids. They're at the top of the steps in the green uniform. Wave out... St. Pat's school kids, they won the sheep decorating competition. Way about, that's the way. Good on you. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's the St. Pat's school kids.
Holy smoke, you can see how the points just changed dramatically. The fleece wasn't thrown so nice on table number 3 and she was penalised accordingly. Now we're back to it in the school teachers into the undermine. The 4th and final fleece is on the board. Wool handlers, you should be starting to think about your clean-up, making sure everything is done. These wool handlers, ladies and gentlemen, they're outside. They've got a piece of paper writing where every little container goes. Mental telepathy, mind mapping goes on. Pagan looks at that. She says, I don't like the colour of that. She's made a call, Tuma. A little bit of yellow wool on the side here for Pagan. She's made that call. Big call, isn't it?
Very dangerous. Very dangerous. But she's been competing for a few years now. She's been in the sheds, wool sheds, since she could crawl. So she would know what a yellow fleece is. But down here looking at Tina Rimini, this is the 4th and final fleece coming off the table, off the board at the moment. I think she's looking around. I think there could be a little bit of VM in there. Okay, 1 minute 10 seconds and Amy Rookie, she's got a nice little fleece. Nothing overhanging. Tina Rimini down here on table 1, a little wee bit behind, but she usually has things under control. We've got Pagan down there, table number 3. Pagan, come on Pagan, let's work. Cherie Alabaster from Taipi, table 4. Cherie, you're probably miles in front at the moment. Let's get it on. Let's see what Tina can do. Oh, not too bad. A little bit of bunching up the top.
It's the silent assassin, Amy Rookie, working her way down the side. She's getting to roll the fleece up. Holy smoke, the school teachers rolled their fleece up to her. She's picked herself up down here. Amy Rookie, I thought she would be the first. She's wasted that fleece a little bit, in my view.
Amy Rookie, here she goes. Pagan Rimini right there as well. She's right there. Just watching Tina down here skirting, taking off the bare essentials. You don't want to overskirt these fleeces because you will get penalised for it out the back. Amy Rookie got brim in hand. Cherie Alabaster, 1 minute 10 seconds has already gone. So right now these wool handlers are incurring 1 point per second penalty points. Hey, time for Shearing.
Ooh, pretty sharp. It's what happens when you go to school. Tina Rimenez hitting now. She's starting to get slayed with the time points, the penalty points. You said 1 minute and 10 has already gone. So every time a second goes by, this lady on table 4 is getting ahead of these other folks. The time is very crucial. Time kills, ladies and gentlemen. Pagan Rimenez giving us a very good display, and it's all unfolding for her. Tina picks up the broom now underneath the floor. She's got a little bit of work to do. Pagan's put her hand up, Rookie's put her hand up, Alabaster, and we're all just waiting on the matriarch of the 2 young girls. Pagan is ready to go. She should be over here supporting her mum, saying, "Come on, mum. You're not too far away." Ladies and gentlemen, as she puts the fleeces in the boxes, give them a good hand. Those are the Paewai Mullins World Qualifying, and we'll be back with some second shear in a not too distant future. But at this stage, we're going to be bringing on the Smoke 3 folks. Okay, we're going to be bringing these folks up, and okay, Victoria Teto and David Lowe, if you'd like to just come and stand over here, folks. No, come up on the stage. We'll put you in the lights.